Hey guys, got a new soap for you today. Holy cow, they're iced tea scent. And I do believe that this is a collaborative effort. Yep, Mammoth. Mammoth Soaps, Ben from Mammoth, did the scent on this one. And the soap base is Holy Cow. The razor I'll be using is the Open Comb Game Changer 68 that I have been using this in September and now into October. It's on loan from Gabe, a very generous user, and I've really been enjoying putting some razor blades through it. I've had a few that were maybe a little bit too mild, didn't cut that great, but I've had some that were just perfect, just comfortable and close cutting at the same time. This is my Bully Boy 400 crossover brush. Alpha did the handle, and Theta is a 2-band knot right there. Get that soaking. All right. And the blade I'm going to put in is the Wilkinson sword. It is one of my budget blades, kind of my go-to budget blades, because they just don't cost much at all, and they do pretty well in many of my razors. So I have been using kind of my premium blades to try in this razor, and rightly so, because it is good to know how those guys work in this. But I figured this time, let's put in a budget blade, see how it goes. All right, so let me get my face wet. This is a short shave where I don't have 24 hours worth of growth. It's several hours less than that. So it's a pretty white, pretty light colored soap. And let's load for 40 seconds because Holy Cow often does take a little bit more loading and scooping than other brands. I don't have scent notes. There's some fruits that pop out right away. Tea is in there, but it's not one of the things that is dominant. And so I think some people expecting a tea scent, like maybe what, Cheshire or the tea scent from Katie's Bubbles, that was a limited one that they did. There are some other scents out there as well that are very tea focused and tea characteristic. This one's more of a playful tea, a fruity tea. So check the description of the video for the notes if you're interested. All right, so pretty, just a lightly wet brush. And all right, there we go. Just for grins, let's go to 40 seconds. And so that means going to the 10-second mark on the next minute, he says, to remind himself. Now, if I could have waited too long and let too much water drip out of the brush. And so that right there is 20 seconds. I'm just going to put just a little bit of water on the top of the soap to help with the whole absorption thing. Picking the soap up out of the tub. So now 20 minutes more. 20 seconds more. So I'm glad that somebody did a write-up of this soap, and so I was able to set my expectations. Okay, that's 40 seconds. We're not talking about a lot of overrun here at all. It didn't just immediately kind of foam up. This is the vegan base from Holy Cow. And my 3D printed bowl. I have a link to those designs if you want to print your own. if you look in the description of the video. And while we do the lather, you know, there's some non-fruity notes in there too, almost like greenery. It might be a bit of a challenge for me to pick out what they are. Oh, that's right. I think there's some mint or something in there. And I do have the matching balm. I happen to snag this as a set. So that'll be interesting. So that's 3 teaspoons of water so far involved. We don't have a lather explosion at this time like we often do. But we do have a brush full here, and we might have enough to do the job. But as you can see, look at all those jaggedy tips and things. I think it needs more water. So how about we push a bunch of water into it, and if we find out that that's too much water, we can just go back to the puck and load up some soap. Add that in there. Or what it could do is combine with what we've got in and just give us the quantity we need. And at the better, slicker consistency. Yep, sure enough. And you see how that shelf is hanging there easily? Could definitely use some more water. So I might even keep going here. So that's 4 in it now. Let's just go for 5, see what happens. Haven't used this brush too many times, but I've really been enjoying it as it's gradually opened up a little bit, got a little bit more relaxed. I mounted it pretty much as high as it would go in the socket. It's almost more like a green tea kind of scent. Look at that elasticity right there. Yeah. I think this is just the right amount of lather to do the job. So, very nice. Get my face wet one more time. Now, I also believe that I read that there was a synthetic cooling agent in this soap as well. And that's unfortunate for me. I haven't really found one of those I really enjoyed. At best. At worst, it gives me a burning on my face. But that is an appropriate thing that kind of belongs with a tea scent, a fresh tea scent. This This is such a dense brush, I'm going to reach down in there and get a little bit more lather. I can feel it a little bit in my eyes, but it's not really too much of a bother. I liked the balm. I tried it once after I had shaved with another soap, or maybe just in the middle of the day, who knows. And I kind of enjoyed it. Yeah, I do feel the cooling. We'll see how that progresses, see if it increases during the shave. All right, here we go. Wilkinson sword, budget blade. And this is sort of a budget razor. The Game Changer is a budget stainless steel razor, one of the cheapest stainless steel razors out there. And I believe that's why they called it the Game Changer. But I really laughed at it when I first tried it. I did buy it right away when it came out. And I laughed because it was so mild that it was just ineffective. And so they had such a big name on a razor that did so little. But then they came out with the larger gap, the 85. And that was a very respectable, enjoyable razor. Kind of worthy of the name. Once you considered that they were bringing a stainless steel razor to the market for 50 or 60 bucks. And that's what was really changing the game. All right, I'm gonna rinse. So during the rinse, the soap base, the lather felt wonderful on my skin, just slick and rich. The cooling agent so far is a little bothersome for me, but I bet most people wouldn't mind it at all. And this is a great lather, very hydrated. This blade is not an old one, but it is 5 or 6 uses old, something like that. Seems to be doing the job pretty well. A little bit of blade feel, and so there are other blades that feel a little better with this razor, but it's enjoyable and pleasant. So if I get to the end of the shave and I am happy with the result, then I'll consider it a win. Just a little bit of blade feel. All right, last pass. And yep, we do have enough lather to do the job. Not a whole bunch of margin, but a little bit of margin. Plus I could have squeezed some out of the brush knot if I really needed to. And this, as you can see, I'm sure is such a wet lather. And to me, the better soaps can do that. You can take them this far in terms of hydration and they hold together. They stay slick. Keep a little bit of cushion. a little bit of viscosity. You can see how drippy it is. It's just sliding off. So I'd say this is on the wet end of perfect. My razor's not skipping or anything like that, and so I don't believe it's too wet. Yeah, this is a really nice soap base. Then we will, oh, I don't really feel like going that direction, so what we'll do is I'll reach in and get a little bit of lather. Yeah, that's nice and slick. So the other day, I believe I used one of my more premium blades with this guy, and I was able to do this right here more comfortably than I am now. So I'm not going to chase that too hard. And that's just, you know, this is a budget blade. It's not for, now here's the good news. There's some of you guys out there that can put in a Wilkinson sword and a razor and it treats you wonderfully. And I've got some razors that it works even better in than this. And so that's just the way blades go. So wouldn't it be a great thing to have such a cheap blade do such good for you if that works out for you and your face and all that? Pretty cool. Rinse. Well, my face, after 3 passes of lather, definitely feels the cooling effect of the synthetic cooling agent. And it's nice in that it's not a burning type effect, which normal menthol will often give me instead of a cooling one. And so I'm happy about that. It's possible, you know, back in the summer when the air conditioner wasn't running quite as good, it's possible I would enjoy a soap like this, maybe. But it kind of desensitizes my face a little bit as it does its cooling. I don't think I care for that all that much. So I think I'm in the minority in that regard. So let us whip out this very cool container of iced tea balm. And I say very cool, it's got a locking mechanism up top. So when you travel, you can lock it shut so it can't be pressed down. So let's put on a little bit of the balm. You can put a little water on your face to help with spreading it out if you are afraid that the friction might irritate your skin. Or if you just want a thinner layer of balm, maybe to conserve it, or because you have oily skin like me and you don't really need a ton of balm. All right. That's so interesting. The first time I tried this a few days ago, I got the tea and the fruity notes, but now I'm getting a whole different set of notes, the greenery type notes. Yeah, that sort of that side of things. That's just very interesting how scent perception goes, right? Well, I think these balm containers are pretty darn cool. I had not seen one of those until that arrived. All right. In this same shipment, I got Denarius, which is from Holy Cow. But I don't think I'm going to try it because you know what? It smells so close to a couple of Barrister and Man scents like Night Music and Cologne Rousse, and also kind of smells like tobacco. And so I've already got those that I want to use up. So I don't believe I'm going to try the Denarius. Nice close shave. Let us inspect closely. That's really pretty good. The feel during the shave was I felt the blade edge a little bit more. wasn't as smooth as a few of the blades out there, but the cut, the end result here, very, very nice. Just maybe a couple here that didn't get, where the hairs are showing a little bit of length, but maybe not. They all could be cut really well, nice and flush. I'm not really sure. It just looked really good. I was very happy with it. So there we go. Hey, nice budget blade, close shave. That's excellent. All right. So the scent is probably not for me. And also because it's got the cooling agent. Can I perceive anything else in there? One of the nice things about vegan soaps is that they don't have the funk that sometimes comes with tallow. And so the scent that the creator wants to portray is often in its more true form in a vegan soap. I know that WSP sells the Rustic line of soaps, which is their vegan line. They also sell the Formula T, which is their tallow soaps. Now, both perform really well, but they make that same statement in their literature. They say that if you want a better dose of the scent of whatever soap you've chosen, then go for the Rustic, the vegan line, because you don't have anything competing with a tallow type scent. So, all right, well, it's a good shave. I'm glad I tried this guy out. It is a creative and interesting piece, and I bet there are some people out there who just, it hits right on the money. It does kind of feel like, it does feel a little bit like the picture. Refreshing drink there. Relaxing outside, some greenery. Yeah, and some aquatic notes as well. I get that too. So that's my take on it, at least. And I think that that does it. And I may go ahead and contact Gabe about sending this base plate back to him. I've used it a good many times now with most of the blades, the kind of the top lead blades that I have. It's been wonderful. What a generous guy. He also loaned me 2 soaps to try out from TFS, an Italian maker. And they were both, I think, in the orange bergamot type, neroli type family, and they were very nice to try and enjoy. All right, I'm going to pack up. And here's what the brush looks like after stropping on the towel, kind of drying it out a little bit. It is a very dense brush, so make sure that you get in there and make sure you don't see any soap in there. Rinse it really, really well. If you're using cold water, then maybe switch to some warm water. Makes rinsing a little bit easier. The splay, very nice comfort on the face. Easy enough display. Still got some backbone to it, but the display was nice. And the tips are very soft, so I continue to be happy. The only thing, you know what I don't like about it? The handle. It's so chunky. It's so heavy. It's a little fatiguing to churn around with. But I love the shape. I'm very happy with the ergonomics. So we'll just keep working on it, see if I adjust. Now, as I'm moving around here and cleaning up and doing things, I am getting better whiffs of that fruity tea type scent with an accent on the fruity and those kind of things. Less with a dark tea type scent and more with a fruity beverage type scent. And I think we're looking at 5 teaspoons of water. So that's a very well hydrated lather. And this was around this blade's 8th shave. Here we go, guys. All done. Good shave. I wouldn't look forward to using this soap if it was the only one I had, like during a business trip or something, but only for the aspect of the cooling agent. In terms of the scent, it's nice enough to where I would enjoy it. It's creative. This seems like the kind of scent, whereas I would use it more. I could appreciate it more, pull different things, different notes out of it as I kept using it. So I think it's a well-designed, sophisticated scent. definitely worthy of creation, and there are definitely some people out there who are, especially in the spring and summer, going to really enjoy this type of scent, this scent right here. And I think we're good. Everything else was nice. All right, guys. Take care. This is Sugar Daddy Shaves, and I hope that this video has had something to help you out with. Take care. Good night.